As hilarious as that music may sound, it is not how I want to kick off my next YouTube video.
Welcome to the Michael Oldroyd Comedy YouTube channel. It's going to be so much fun where he makes humor of himself and the many things in New York City. Oh, and by the way, this is not the voice of Bruno.
So, today I want to talk about the weirdest roommate I've ever had in my life. This dude, we had some tiffs. Our first confrontation was over the dishes. I guess I had left some dirty dishes next to the sink, not in the sink. So he goes,
if you could just do me a favor and just go ahead and put the if you don't have time to wash the dishes, put them in the sink because it attracts flies. Okay, it attracts flies. So if you're gonna just not do the dishes immediately, please put them in the sink. Okay.
So I was like, okay, yeah, my bad, man. Inside I'm like, I didn't know that attracts flies unless you like leave it out for too long, but a couple hours here and there, whatever. So as a creature of habit, I naturally accidentally did it again, right? Sometimes you need to hear something a couple times or practice to form a habit when it's been a lifelong way of doing things. And man, we're talking the next time I did that, he just flipped out. I've never seen he just started screaming, "What the fuck is this? I can't believe it! I can't believe you did this again! We already had to talk about this! We're gonna talk about this! If you're gonna be doing this crap, I don't even know if this roommate situation is a good idea! This might not work, this might not be a fit!" He had a lot of weird quirks. I remember one time there was a banana that had been sitting out for a couple days, and every day I saw the banana. They were his, by the way. This banana was his. It was getting more and more brown to the point where I was like, all right, if he doesn't eat this today, we're gonna have to throw it away because it's rotting, essentially. And I picked up the banana, I knocked on his door, and I said, hey man, this banana is about to rot. I was wondering if you care if I have it. It seems like you don't want it, This is how big of an asshole he is. He grabbed the banana out of my hand. He goes, yeah, I want it. And he opened the thing up and just shoved it down his throat. Just engulfed it. I heard his mom, the way he would talk to his mom came to visit us one time, and our place was dirty. There was some mold, and I heard her, the walls were really thin, so I could hear him talking to her through the walls. I remember one time hearing him speaking with his mother, and she was being very nice. She said, Colin, I noticed when I was taking a shower today that there's a little bit of mildew in the shower, and if you go to Target for maybe $5 or so, you can just get a bottle of, and he just cut her off. It's like, shut up, just shut your mouth already, shut your mouth. That's how he spoke to his mom. I couldn't believe it. I heard that, and then I went back to masturbating because he interrupted me. But what else was unique about this guy? One time I remember there was so much of his stuff everywhere that I politely brought up the idea of putting some of his stuff in storage, right? And I go, hey Colin, I noticed that you have pretty much 99% of everything in the common area is yours. I was just thinking maybe you wouldn't mind putting some stuff in storage so that I could put some of my things. He goes, storage? What, you gonna get a storage? No, I'm not gonna go get storage. That's stupid, that's ridiculous. And he went back to flipping through channels. He was a big dude, and he would just walk through the house, and you could just hear, it wasn't concrete floors, it was wooden floors, so I had to listen to this dude walking back and forth all day. He would come home every night he would go to a concert, right? He would go to a concert, some concert that you've never heard of though, right? Some underground band, because at one point he was doing something in the entertainment business with bands, and it was hilarious to see this fool, so into band. You've never heard of Passion Pit? You've never heard of Passion Pit? Who are you? Are you kidding me? He's trying to make me feel stupid for not hearing of his underground bands. This is before Passion Pit was famous, right? Which I do like Passion Pit. I've liked them for a while. But the first time I ever heard the word passion pit was coming out of this guy's mouth, so I already was, had a bad taste about passion pit, but they made up for it later with their music when I listened to them for the first time. One day I had a buddy over. He was visiting me from Missouri. And he was sleeping on the couch, right? Because that was the only extra space in the living room. And I remember it was like 6 a.m. Danny was sleeping on the couch. And all of a sudden the TV turns on loud, right? And you can hear Colin screaming, "Yeah! Yeah! Yeah! Good job! Get it! And I'm like, I walk out there, first of all, because it's like barely even light outside. And I'm thinking, what is going on, right? I walk out, Danny and I are both, like, Danny's like, my buddy's like rubbing his eyes, like, what's happening right now? And Colin's right there. We had two couches. Danny was sleeping on one. Colin was sitting on the other, jumping up and down, watching TV with it blasting loud. I said, "What are you doing, dude? My buddy's sleeping right now." He's like, "The Wimbledon's on!" I'm like, "Can you turn this off or watch it later?" "Watch it later? Are you kidding me? No, it's the Wimbledon." I'm like, "Dude, thanks for letting us know that you had plans to watch the Wimbledon." And like a couple people walk in the door. They're like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Like, he invited people over to have a Wimbledon party at 6 a.m. and my buddy's sleeping on our couch. Never bothered letting him or I know. My buddy had been staying with us for a couple of days up until that point, So that was really obnoxious. Yeah, it was funny because I did hook up with girls. I would bring girls back sometimes, and Colin was so fascinated by it. He was a virgin. I should have mentioned that before. He was a virgin. He was like 28 years old, still a virgin. So there's some kind of a screw loose in his head. I don't know. I think he claims that it was by choice, right? For religious purposes, but between you and I, even if it wasn't by choice, I don't know if he would have... I don't think any girl that ever saw his apartment she would run the opposite direction if she saw what a hoarder this dude was. Just the most insane thing you've ever seen. I'm a hoarder, and he was a hoarder raised to the power of 10, right? And he had like so many different hats. I've never seen a guy with more hats. And he had like a pirate hat, I guess he kind of reminds me of me in a weird way. I'm like, "Did you have a chick over last night?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did, yeah." "Yeah, it's crazy. How'd it go? Yeah, you guys have sex?" I was like, "Yeah, well, why?" He's like, "Well, that's amazing. So, how'd it go down? Like, you like sitting on the couch, like you invite her back to your room? Like, how did that happen?" It's like, I don't know. We were just like watching TV for a little bit. I asked her if she wanted to go have some privacy in the bedroom because you might come out, that's smooth. Yeah, that's smooth. I like that. That's a good technique. Okay. It's like, "So what happened? Like, you sat on the bed, you lay down. Like, how do you start like making out or whatever?" It's like, I don't know. Like, we were sitting down or whatever. I told her she's attractive, and just went in to kiss her, and she seemed receptive, and just kind of played off that energy, mutual, kind of like ping pong. I love ping pong. That's amazing. So like did she give you head or what? Like, tell me some details. This is amazing. Like, what did she smell good? Like, I was like, dude, you are weird, bro. You are a unique character, man. Oh, Colin. What up? Never met anyone like this guy in my life. He worked for Pirates Booty. Right. What else, though? He was from Boston, Massachusetts. Huge Patriots fan. We actually went up to Mammoth one year, and the Patriots were playing in it might have even been the Super Bowl. I can't remember. It was a big game, and the Patriots lost. And he was just going crazy, like he couldn't control. He had like anger issues. We're at a bar and people are like looking at this guy. And he's like having a panic attack because the Patriots are losing. Who gives a shit? They've won multiple Super Bowls, bro. Relax. You know what I mean? It was obnoxious. Either way, I think the only time Colin ever gave me a call to catch up was when he was coming through Kansas City to see if he could have a place to stay for free, you know. And I couldn't do it, and I never heard from him again after that, you know. So
Yeah, I'm coming through Kansas City, man. Yeah. Care for a sleep on your couch?
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. By the way, am I the only one who's horny?